for watching. The last video we did on the For Show Boys mixtape, that was my best YouTube video so far. So we're gonna kind of lean into that, do a little more Lngshot, especially because this one just came out. So everyone that watched that, commented, gave some background info on the boys. Thank you so much for watching and engaging with that video. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Guten Tag, YouTube. I don't know what language or even know what that means, but Guten Tag indeed. Shout out to my chat. Let me kind of move it over, or maybe, there we go. I just want to format it a little better. Say hello to my chat, YouTube, in the comments. Say hello, one fam. And if you want to join my chat, please check link in description for that Twitch channel, and you can join us there. Anyways, let's get right to it. From my understanding, this is something that they were working on, songs from their training camp era, like before they debuted, is what I'm understanding here. So we actually have one solo song from each of the members, and then one group song. So I'm excited to hear this because I really actually did enjoy For Show Boys. Let's get started with the first song. This is Good Girls by Louis. Let's go.
Call me baby 905, but you don't. You're the reason for sleepless nights. Damn sure. Put a gun on my brain. I know. Don't you kill my love tonight if you wanna see paradise. But you're like a Z4, I keep exploding every time you keep on just ghosting. You think about me more than once or twice. You got me just going down your hell. Cause you're way too late to ever sympathize. Baby, good girls come.
Yo, this guy's voice is beautiful. Oh my goodness, what a clean, clear voice. I love it.
Heaven, but you're not one of them. You're not one of them tonight. I can't deny that you are precious, but you're not one of them. You're not one of them tonight. Baby, good girls come to. But you're not one of them tonight. Baby, good girls come to. But you're not one of them tonight. Baby, good girls come to. Where do you get these anger issues? It's making you turn to a different kind.
It's a man, yeah. It's a man. Okay, but hear me out. I think he's super young when this is recorded, because from what I understand from the YouTube comments that were left in the previous video, this is supposed to be from their training period era. And I think currently he's like 17 or something, so he's still super young. But it's just like, think of it like Justin Bieber, like 2000. I mean, this guy gets also compared to Justin Bieber a lot on TikTok. So it's just like he's probably like 13 to 15 here is what I'm guessing. I don't actually know the details, but yeah, he does sound super young as well.
But you never learn. I can see your disguise.
Is this JB? Yeah, exactly.
Every time you keep on just ghosting. You think about me more than once or twice. You got me just going down your hell. Cause you're way too late to ever sympathize. Baby, good girls come to heaven, but you're not one of them. You're not one of them tonight. I can't deny that you are precious, but you're not one of them. You're not one of them tonight. Baby, good girls come to heaven. But you're not one of them tonight. Baby, good girls come to heaven.
Yeah, it is super cute. I love the production. Yeah,
One of them tonight.
I like it.
Baby, good girls come to heaven.
Okay, that was cool. I think the first thing I want to say is, yo, this guy sounds super young. Like, he sounds like he's like 13 years old. And for that reason, he sounds a little like underdeveloped, if you will. It sounds like the voice is super pretty and super clean, so I think there's a lot of natural talent. But it just doesn't sound like he's digesting the song. It just sounds like a lack of experience. I like the idea. I do like he sounds like Justin Bieber. Yeah, he does. He gets compared to Justin Bieber a lot. Um, I like the beat. I just think there is not enough. The song isn't super compelling. You know, I think that's it. That's it for me. I think if the emotion was like performed in a more compelling way, I think the song would have hit better for me. But it's just kind of the ideas were all there. It just didn't land for me. It's a strong effort for young vocals. Yeah. I'm not saying it's bad at all. It's actually a pretty solid song. I just wish there was a little more execution. If I'm like being critical about it. But I also like that. It's not like a hodgepodge of sounds that typically you get from K-pop. It's like a very like this is a pop song and it stays within the pop song realm and executes on what a solid pop song should be. So I really do like that. I like that it's not like it doesn't sound like it's trying to cater to a certain sound or an audience. It just sounds like, this boy liked this kind of song and they kept the intention of the song pure, which I really do like. Yeah, other than I feel like there could have been a little more execution in this. And given that he was probably pretty young when he recorded this, and if he did write it and wrote it, I think it's still a pretty solid effort. Maybe put it out before the debut if that's the case, but it does sound like it's confusing as someone who heard the other song and it sounds like, this version is less developed than the other mixtape. But I would still say pretty solid. I will give this a 7.8. I'll give it 7.8. Yeah, and if you guys have your own scores in the chat, please let us know. I wonder why that choice was made. I wonder why too. Maybe they had a good reaction to the mixtape, so then they're like, oh, maybe we should put more stuff out. And like, I do understand the mixtape is coming in a few months, so maybe that'll be more of a reflection of where they are currently. But I think this one, it's just something to fill in the gaps. I think releasing all the stuff now, yeah, and maybe put like a parentheses. I don't know what the best thing would be. I think it works a little for me because I have context, but if I didn't, I would just be kind of confused as a fan, I think. But let's go next video. Also, there is like I guess kind of documentary or YouTube series that documents their, I'm not sure what it documents, either their training for debut or making other albums, but I'm down to watch that. Maybe not right away just because we're doing a lot of K-pop stuff and I just want to rotate things that I'm actually interested in, but I'd be interested in running their documentary. That'd be fun. All right, let's go next one. This is Boo Thing by Woojin. He's another vocalist within this group. Oh, Cha-Cha. This goes, yo.
Alright, up and down, swing it all around, yeah, really like to party. Yeah, you up and down, swing it all around, yeah, really like to party. Where you at, pull up, where you at? Where you at, pull up, where you at?
Hello, Heather, what's up?
Girl, let's dance the night away. Where you at, pull up, where you at? Where you at, pull up, where you at? Love this life, let's celebrate. Girl, let's dance the night away.
Sounds like Chris Brown, really.
I see you catch a vibe with me, yeah. Okay, I see you moving, godly, don't need no thing. She's my boo thing. All I need is you on my crew, yeah. Okay, I see you while you rock that beat, yeah. Oh, girl, you shining like a diamond, don't need no thing. She's my boo thing. All I need is you on my crew. All I need is only you in my crew. That's the truth, that's I'm got head on earth. Girl, I like to dine, not a sip, not a pour. off, but I'm lost in your love. You're enough, got a question, let me ask you, have you ever tried a fantasy? Yeah, stay on a Saturday. Yeah, do you know you're a masterpiece? Yeah, you don't even have to answer me, we both know. Just tell me, girl, baby, where you at? Let me take it back. Girl, I'm in the front, let me meet you in the bed. Where you at? Yeah, baby, where you at? Alright, baby, where you at? Let me take it back. Girl, I'm in the front, let me meet you in the bed. Where you at? Yeah, baby, where you at? Alright, up and down, swing it all around. Yeah, we like to party. Yeah, you up and down, swing it all around. Yeah, we like to party. Where you at? Pull up. Where you at? Where you at? Pull up. Where you at? Love this night, let's celebrate. Girl, let's dance the night away. Where you at? Pull up. Where you at? Where you at? Pull up. Where you at? Love this night, let's celebrate. Girl, let's dance the night away.
Okay. This part of the beat's really cool. With the the low pitched vocals and stuff. First of all, welcome Heather, welcome Ziab. How you doing? Still at work? Shit, what we doing? Do you remember we reacted to that K-pop mixtape last week? So, there was a good reaction. There was a good reaction to that listening reaction YouTube video. So we're just gonna be doing the other two projects from this group, and then after that we're gonna move on for a little bit off of K-pop. But yeah, we're running the rest of the groups content. They're called Lngshot. So if you remember, yeah, praying for you. But yeah, I'm good. I hope you're well as well. And good luck on getting through the rest of the workday. With this song, it's really hard to be excited about it because it just sounds like a step back from the For Show Boys mixtape. It just the sound sounds less refined. The singers sound less confident. The ideas sound a little more half baked. The beat was cool. The singing is nice. It just I think this was earlier in the training period. I could be wrong here too, and maybe I just don't like the songs as much. But it just sounds like a step back from what I heard in the more what I'm thinking is the more current project. Again, nothing wrong with anything. It just sounds less refined or like less convincing of a performance. Yeah, Lngshot. I feel like it's gonna be a recurring theme here. Yeah. 11 can come quick. 11 is late, yo, but you have almost an hour left, so hopefully it goes through faster. Hi, Shan. How are you? Welcome in. Yes, Lngshot. Currently listening to Lngshot right now. Welcome into the stream. Yeah, I just think it's catchy. The beat's cool. It is a Cha-Cha Malone beat. I think the writing is a little weaker than what I've been hearing from their other songs. I think honestly what it sounds like is like a study of texture, if that makes sense, or like a study of it sounds like practice, like rough stuff that didn't make the album, honestly. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think me as an artist, I am gonna do this too. Like I'm planning projects where I treat them as like study instead of actual like intentional, work. And it just, for me, this is what this sounds like, and it's called Training Day too, so I think it fits within that theme, which I think is cool. It's just like it's nothing to like be like so critical about. It's just that they're trying to find their sound, which was respectable. There's nothing really wrong with it. Like his stuff, been a while. Hello, like whose stuff? Welcome in, Shan. All right. So this song, I would give it. I think I like a little less than the previous song. I'll give it a 7.6. This one's called "Summer Eyes" by Ohyul. Oyul. I think it's Oyul, because Korean is always like 2-syllable names. So Oyul. You like his stuff? Oh, it'll be their stuff, right? Because it's a group. But yeah, I'm actually really enjoying Lngshot stuff. This EP just came out, so we're checking it out. And then we're gonna do their album too, just like so then we can like just not get rid of, but like just listen to what they have so far, and then I can have content for both. So we're gonna do the album after this. I think the album is a little more polished, so we're gonna get a little more polished listening. Yeah, but I feel like they'd be good at rapping. Yeah, we're currently going through Lngshot's new album called EP called Training Day, and then we're gonna go to their album called Shot Colors. They are good at rapping. I don't know if all of them are good at rapping, but they have definitely a good rapper named Ru. I can never say his name. Ru. I'm gonna look it up. Fuck. Ryu. I need to be able to pronounce his name because I'm not gonna do this fucking video not know how to say this guy's name. I don't know. K-pop wiki. I think it will tell me how to pronounce it. Oh, okay. The Korean spelling helps a lot. Okay, it's Ludo. Who the hell named this kid this? Oh, that's yeah. Kim Rul Kim Rul. There's no way. How is a Korean spelling hard to pronounce too? You gotta like roll your tongue for this one. Okay, anyways. Moving on. You talked to your manager about my eval. Hey, word. Yeah, I'll hear about it after this EP. We're almost done with it. We'll do a little chatting segment in between the projects. But let's talk about it then. But I'm down to hear about that. I'm glad you're able to have that conversation. Hopefully good news. But if not, then I'm sorry. But yeah, we'll touch base on that real soon. All right, here's summarized by Oyur.
Nights I was in the cold, sleeping alone here without you. And every time I tried to make it home, I would be lost in the moonlight. I heard you calling just like the leaves up in autumn. My heart was hopelessly falling for you. Every time that I see your summer eyes, I'm in love. I swear I'm in heaven. Deeper into your ocean, I could stay forever with you. Stare into your summer eyes. Stare into your summer eyes. It's like paradise, swimming in your golden eyes. But I castle in the sand, watch the sunset holding hands. And as the years go by, loving more with every sunrise. I heard you calling just like the leaves up in autumn. My heart was hopelessly falling for you. Every time that I see your summer eyes, I'm in love. I swear I'm in heaven.
No problem. Hey, thanks. You have an eval too, Xiao? 90s K-pop vibes? Yeah, me too. Yeah.
When I see your summer eyes, I'm in love. I swear that I'm in heaven. When I see your summer eyes, I'm in love. I swear I'm in heaven. Deeper into your ocean, I could stay forever with you. Stare into your
Okay. Getting 90s K-pop vibes. Yeah, I talked about with my new boss. Okay, yet an evaluation. That's dope. This is cute. Yeah. I can't say I loved it, but it really I think is more about my taste. You know, I think this for the girlies. I'm not gonna lie. But what I'm getting as I'm continue listening to this, I think it is a texture study. It's like we have these ideas and these boys can execute on these kind of concepts and genres too. I think what I noticed listening to 3 solo tracks now from the singers is I love the combination of the voices that are here. We have one like more unique voice, which is Louis, very unique, very like textured, and you recognize it right away. You have oh, I forgot his name. Sorry. You have Ujin, who is more of like almost like a more typical R&B style voice, um, and not saying it's any worse or better than Louis, but it sounds a little more like a grounding voice, which is I think very important for a group like this. And then we have Oyul, which sounds a little more on the lower end, maybe like leaning towards baritone, and probably will lean more towards baritone as they get older, and is a little more like would probably kill with harmonies with the other voices and stuff. So I like the combination of voices in this group. Um, this song is it's just it sounds good. It's just sounds like they're exploring styles maybe that they're either not as comfortable in or on styles on the way to find the styles that they're more comfortable in. I don't think it's a bad song, but I just think it's not an excellent execution of this style of music. This gave me a feeling of a song. I'm trying to remember which one word. It was girly, not my time, but it was cute. It was cute. It was cute. I mean, I think a lot of K-pop OSTs sound like this song. It was a good attempt. Not my favorite genre, or nor do I think is a super super good execution of it. But I think it is for training. So it is what it is. I think someone who executes the style really well is like an IU, or like an SM, someone from SM. This one, just because it's not my taste, probably a 7.2 for me. Let's go to the next one. And I did like. I think so far I like the other mixtape a lot better. The For Sure Boys mixtape. It was a lot more hip hop R&B, which is a lot more my taste. So, all right, here's For Us by Rul, and I'm very interested because this is the actual rapper in the group. So, let's see how he does. This is only a minute and 50 seconds, 45 seconds.
Yeah. Yo, 모든 게 down for us. 받아야 돼 bonus. 신호를 와도 I don't care. It's time for us. 이 시대는 나에겐 독해. 그래서 못해 난 남으로. 지려보는 눈빛들이 이제 난 통해. 그리 좀 담으로. 알고 있대도 끝까지 날까. 더 이상 듣기는 싫은데. 매일 참고 있어 팀 때문에 나. 가서 들어봐 내 mixtape. 이미 졸업했다고 다 챙기던 판. 시작됐어 my prime time. I'm living a better life in a K-drama. This is fiction my highlight. Yo. 나의 shit된 지나고 이 시대 I'm on a mission. Yo. 근데 작가들 돌면 다 가리고 타. 가서 챙겨봐 mirror. Yo. 내가 받은 그 부대지 위로 보든지 하지만 채점. Riot style I'ma put in the work. 너도 아직도 jealous I had enough. Yeah. Yeah. 먼저도 일어나 just for us. 우리 meet this day with this squad. 말 많은 놈들 what's going on. 엄청내 없어 I say no. 이걸로부터 yo for us. 모든 게 down for us. 받아야 돼 bonus. 신호를 와도 I don't care. It's time for us. 이 시대는 나에겐 독해. 그래서 못해 난 남으로. 지려보는 눈빛들이 이제 난 통해. 그리 좀 담으로. 모든 게 down for us. 받아야 돼 몰라. 신호를 와도 I don't care. It's time for us. 이 시대는 나에겐 독해. 그래서 못해 난 남으로. 지려보는 눈빛들이 이제 난 통해. 그리 좀 담으로. Yeah. Why? Why? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. it gave me "I Wouldn't Mind" by He Is We Vibes. Oh, I've never heard that song. Throws. Sounds like MC Jin. Really? I didn't get that. W's out. Let's go. W's up on the points. I love this guy's voice. I think his style is really cool. Again, it sounds like a less impressive version of what I heard on the mixtape. I sound like a broken record. But that's my analysis. Like, just sounds like I got excited for this tape because of the mixtape, and then I'm listening to this, and it's like, oh, music is probably from before then. Well, I'm not gonna lie, the mixtape really impressed me, and then this one gives me like a snapshot into how they got there, like what kind of styles they were exploring before they got into that mixtape. And I keep saying this, but I wish they put this out before, because as someone who's excited about new music, listening to this just sounds like it just kind of kills the momentum for me, if that makes sense. So I do wish this came out before, but it's I guess it's cool. It's an interesting approach to putting out music. What I do really appreciate about what's happening here is typically in K-pop, you don't really get solo music from the members until it's like, I don't know, like they're like really big, But I think with this group, their debut has solo music, and I think I like that they're allowing artists to be artists, because I think a lot of times in K-pop, the artists are not real artists. They're more like entertainers that don't really have a say in how they're presented. But I do like that each of the members is being presented as separate artists, and I think it gives them more creative fulfillment. It probably will make them easier to market later on as solo artists. And it gives the group a little more flavor too. I will be honest, a little more dimension, if you will. So I do like what's going on. I just don't like that this project isn't as good as the other one, which feels like going backward. But it is what it is. I would give this one. It was just boring to me, I would say. That's if I'm being honest. Sorry guys, this is just my opinion. Let's go 7.5 on this one. The soul is definitely missing here since it's early production, which is why I don't understand the choice of releasing. No, that's facts. That's facts. Yeah, to be honest, the only way it feels good to like listen to this is like understanding that this isn't progression. This is like a flashback, if you will. And I think another mixtape is coming, so then we'll do a proper reaction to how they're progressing when we listen to the next one. But for this one, is like we just have to accept that it's probably not as good as the other project. Here is the last song. This is with the whole group. It's called Vanilla Days. Let's go.
Black and white before you came to me, 'cause you're made 똑같은 colorless game. 눈을 감고 다시 떠도 same as yesterday. 근데 널 본 순간 everything just changed. Yeah. 이 설렘은 좀 달라 뭐라 해도 you're the one who would give me a breakthrough.
That voice is so unique. I thought that was a girl. But that's what everyone thought about Justin Bieber too, 너가 필요해 내가 누군데 왜 쟤랑 비교해 what you want baby 돼줄게 sweet like candy let me some sugar baby 바지가 되지 나를 봐 차원이 달라 누가 내 봐도 나를 알아 날이 갈수록 더 느낌이 달라 저기 나만 봐봐 나 혼자 하는 건 너래 너가 참 보고 싶은데 쉽지 않아 우리 사이 This is a six member of New Jeans. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's wild. Wild shit, yo. I'm dying too, Shan.
Yeah, that's what I like. 더 달콤하게 drizzle on my Sunday. Sweet and my
Very, very pretty voice though, for sure.
Yeah, I take it to the bridge.
You sweeten my taste. You make it so sweet, so damn tasty. You sweeten my taste. You make it so sweet, so damn tasty.
I love a good bridge intro.
On top, 무지개 세게
Take it to the bridge.
on my Sunday. You sweet and my vanilla like this. And that's what I like. 더 달콤하게 drizzle on my Sunday. Sweet and my vanilla like this.
Sweet and my vanilla like days.
All right, that was it. That was a EP. Well, let's talk about Vanilla Days first. It's interesting that they're working on music that sounds like essentially the beginning of K-pop. This song sounds like something that would have came out in like the early '90s, late '80s type shit, like HOT, SES. What else is there? I don't know. Maybe SNSD. I don't know if you guys know even what I'm talking about in the chat, but very 90s. Yeah, yeah. It sounds like very early K-pop, and it's interesting that they're choosing that as a textural study. I wonder if they're gonna bring some of that to their more mainstream releases, but it is interesting that they went for it. Again, the members just sound young here. They just sound underdeveloped, and I think that's the point. This is more of like, this is what we trained them on. I think it's more of a time capsule than like an actual like, oh, this is meant for developing these artists. It was like this is showing the development of the artists, you know. So yeah, Shan knows. Yeah, Shan knows what I'm talking about. Yo, that's deep. That's a deep bag. Finkel and like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But someone who grew up in Korean culture, you know, and that's a little older, I definitely hear very, very old school K-pop in this. I think K-pop had a more distinct sound back then, and then it kind of became very Americanized in the middle, and then it became whatever hodgepodge of sounds we have now. But I think it was a little more distinctive back in the day. I heard my ears tingled. So this is cool that they're being trained on kind of the foundation of K-pop music. This one and Next to You kind of has those DNA. I like it. And I'm not saying that K-pop was original with that sound. I think that's still very. I'm not sure what genre is. Probably early R&B sounded like that, and maybe some pop music, but It is cool to see. Again, this sounds like textural study, training music. So, I'm giving my score with that in mind. I would give this probably a 7.5 as well. As an album as a whole, EP as a whole, it's just, I think this is just for the fans. It's like, listen, this is what the boys were doing before they debuted. This is like part of their training process. And for someone who's not super like into it, into this band, I'm not like deep diving. I'm just like kind of liking what I'm hearing. For me, it's just kind of cool to see like the development. Like you can hear where, like how much the boys have come now. Like they sound so much more confident, so much more comfortable in delivering these records in the more present day music, if you will. Even though I heard some of their debut stuff was recorded when they were younger, but I think this is even more back in their development, and you can definitely hear how the voices have developed. And I do really respect how far they've come, and I do respect showing more of a vulnerable, like this developmental period project. So it was cool to listen to. I won't say I was super impressed, but it is cool as a concept, and I think very, very cool if I were a bigger fan of this group, where I can see like more of a deep dive into the development of the artist, which I agree with, because for me, I have very, very old music out, and I think some of it's absolutely horrible. But I won't put it down. I won't take it down because I want people to eventually see the whole progression of me as an artist. I think just the one part where it doesn't make sense is, why did this come after, you know? But regardless, it is cool. I'm not gonna say I loved it, but I think it is still cool conceptually, and as like as almost like an Easter egg, if you will. Not really an Easter egg, but like historical documentation, I guess, of this group. So this album as a whole, um, honestly, 7.5 is the number I have in my head. And when I rate these albums, it's number one against my own taste, and number two comparing and rating against everything I've ever heard within my life. So I think this lands around a 7.5 from me. So that's it. Would you guys have any thoughts in chat? I'm about to wrap up the video, so if you guys have any opinions or discussion you guys want to do, we can have that. I think it'll be a nice little relic for their fans to compare to. That's true. I agree with that. Yeah. That's kind of where my thought process is too. Like with leaving my old projects up. That's why I get upset when some of my collaborators say they want to take music down. I'm just like, I don't know. The era of like, this mystique, like this guy that was born a prodigy and stuff like that is over. I think people should be able to see the facets of an artist and like humanize them a little bit. Probably should have came sooner, but they were probably thinking get it out now or never. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. Yeah. And like honestly, a lot of artists don't like their old stuff, but their supporters do like it. Like Kanye doesn't like 808s is what he said. I don't know if that's just like pushing a narrative, whatever, but if he took that down, then he wouldn't have one of his biggest songs, which is Heartless. So I think they're going to have a lot more room to grow, just the beginning. Yeah, I'm excited to hear their new mixtape coming out. The people in my YouTube comments were saying in May. So yeah, I liked it. Development is a beautiful thing. Hell yeah. I agree with that. They're just experimenting a bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like honestly, I do respect that. They're giving every member a chance to like develop into a sound. Every single on here was more or less kind of different on what textures they were using and inspirations. So it's cool to see people taking the BTS formula and then applying it very early on. Because I think BTS kind of had this, but their solo projects and their solo endeavors came a lot later. I think probably when time and budget opened up, but yeah, it's cool. I respect what they're doing. I really do like that. It's a new approach to the K-pop model, which is what I like the most. So, all right, let's wrap up the video. Thank you for watching on YouTube. My name is Issei. If you enjoyed, listen to music, if you like music, culture, fashion, whatever, please come to my stream and help us join these discussions so that, we can deep dive into your favorite songs and moments. I appreciate you for watching. Yeah, I'm excited for the next Lngshot album, and I'll see you for that reaction if you're interested in that. Bye, YouTube. Hi, T. What's up, T? Say bye to my chat in YouTube, y'all. They're right there. See y'all.